Two speakers here today. And by the way, I'd like to welcome my fellow councilors from the city of Sault Ste. Marie. I know we have quite a great turnout here from our city council participating in this conference. Our first speaker is Chief Isadore Day. He was born in Elliott Lake and raised in the north. Chief Isadore Day gained both an education and work experience in Northern Ontario that contributes to his leadership today. An occupational background in construction, commercial fishing, and in the social services setting, Isadore appreciates hard work, dedication required in the change process for First Nations. With a total of 8 years, post-secondary in social work, business, and public administration, governance, education, and academic theory and practice also contributes to his ability to bring this diversity to the decision-making and negotiating table. Re-elected in 2007, Chief Isadore has a combined total of 6 years in leadership. Public service ideas and dedication have seen him involved in various boards, committees, and volunteer positions over the past 10 years. He is actively involved in both First Nation level and nationhood developments with current and recent posts to the Union of Ontario Indians Leadership Council as the Lake Huron Rep, the Chiefs of Ontario, and North Tribal Council. Our second speaker is Mayor Rick Hamilton from the wonderful city of Elliott Lake. We've been there a few times. Mayor Rick. Mayor Hamilton has lived in Elliott Lake for over 29 years, having moved to Elliott Lake in 1979 to work in the mines for Denison as a welder. Mayor Hamilton has been on council since 1999 and served 4 years as deputy mayor before presenting himself in the 2006 elections for mayor, and he won that election. A member of a number of community-based organizations, Mayor Hamilton brings a strong commitment to community involvement and leadership to the position of mayor. Mayor Hamilton is currently the chair for the East Algoma Chiefs, Mayors, and Reeves Council. He also serves as a member on several committees, including the Elliott Lake and North Shore Corporation for Business Development, the Serpent River City Elliott Lake Joint Relations Committee, and the Elliott Lake Municipal Nonprofit Housing Corporation, and the Serpent River Region Environmental Committee, just to name a few. Please join with me in welcoming these two gentlemen as they share with us what led to the establishment of the Memorandum of Understanding between Serpent River First Nation and the success of the Joint Relations Committee they have established. I would ask Chief Day to come forward first, please.
Thank you, Mr. Turco. Lou.
Sweet Lou.
Sweet Lou. How do you do, Sweet Lou? Okay, yes, good afternoon. Ani Mujo, Waste Quemagasin and Indigenous Cause. Chief Isadore Day, no Joganashi, Gema, Chiginabek, Sibing, and Ishnabek. First, I must acknowledge the traditional territory in which we are gathering here today. I want to give acknowledgement to the people of Pt.1 First Nation. Chief Dean Saris was here earlier. I spoke with him and thanked him for being here. And I must commend him and his community who are doing great work for our people and who hold this territory close to their hearts. It is good to be here today. My name is Isadore Day. I'm the elected chief of Serpent River First Nation, and my Anishinaabe name is Screaming Eagle Man. I'm a direct descendant of Chief Shingwak and Chief Windot Tagonaneh on my father's side, both of which are still alive in our hearts as we stand here today to discuss these words in the spirit and intent of the Robinson-Huron Treaty of 1850. Greetings, Mayor Roswell, representatives from the Ontario government, FONOM conference organizers, guests, and any First Nation or Métis representatives that are or were here today. I must give special recognition to the National Chief who spoke here so eloquently earlier. Mr. Fontaine agreed to come here on a moment's notice. He had changed his schedule to be here because he believes in the work that this organization is doing and the efforts of First Nations to participate in this level of a forum. And he has endorsed the Joint Relations Committee process from the time it started till now. I think what National Chief did do is he set out some very good flag post discussions in terms of where we're going to go with our presentation. So I wish I was here to commend him again because he did an absolutely wonderful job. An equally important commendation must go out to Mayor Hamilton as we are here in collaborative efforts to share our success and challenges with you on issues related to the Serpent River First Nation Elliott Lake Joint Relations Committee. A note of this level of significance is due because of his dedication to the process and the challenges we both face in moving our community agendas forward. So let's give him a big round of applause here before we get started. I'm here with great news. We can achieve success by meeting the bureaucracy of jurisdictional ambiguity head on. That's $1 million word, by the way. At the local level as it pertains to First Nation and municipal affairs. The JRC is an example as to how this can take place. My presentation is as short as it's going to be here today, and then what I mean by that is I put a lot of things in there that needed to be in there, and there was pretty much most of what's in there can't be removed, so I am going to try and keep it within the 20-minute time frame. But I want to give you 3 key points of consideration as we move into the presentation, just to give you a basic sense of where this is going. So the first point is that First Nations are becoming more agile and astute about the formalization of the rights-based agenda at all levels of government and within industry sector discussions. Second point is municipalities have much technical capacity and administrative equity that can assist in building stronger municipal/Aboriginal relations. And the third point that I would like to make before I get started is we are in very challenging but exciting times. We must stay tuned to the fact that we are 2 people in different vessels trying to achieve many of the same goals. We must identify and meet challenges head on or face the cost of walking backwards. And I think the National Chief said that quite eloquently, and I appreciate his precursor comments because I think some of the things that I will talk about in my presentation, they may come off a bit hard, but be patient until we get to the end of the presentation. There are some very hard realities that we have to face in sitting at the table as First Nation municipalities. It's no surprise we have to have those discussions. So with that, I'm going to get into my presentation. Now, did you click that for me? Okay, so what am I doing here? I'm clicking left hand? Okay. So Serpent River First Nation and the City of Elliott Lake Joint Relations Committee.